Good day everyone, my name is B Wonderwork, and today I'm playing Final Blowout. This time I'm playing as a hunter. As in my previous video about this game mode, I also be talking about and playing my first hunters in IDV and sharing my thoughts on what it's like to play as a hunter as a beginner. I would be delighted to hear what you think and your advice regarding the matches in this video, as well as your personal stories, how you started playing as hunter, who you play, what motivates you to play hunter, and so on. However, I decided to split this video into two separate ones, unlike the previous one with survivors, because fitting 10 matches into a single video would have made it well over an hour long. The title doesn't lie either. I really do play as hunter very rarely, often taking huge breaks. So I do consider myself a newbie hunter, a player who mainly plays survivor. So you won't be seeing any professional level gameplay in this video. I guess we'll start with how I started playing hunters in the first place. I think I first consciously started playing hunters in the beginning of November 2024, but I had actually played a little bit before that, and I said that with big quotes as a hunter right when I started playing IDV in summer of the same year. That is until I figured out how to disable dual faction matchmaking. So my very first match was a smiley face. I only had him and Hell Ember available at first. I didn't catch anyone back then. In fact, I didn't even realize until halfway through the match that I was playing a hunter and that I was supposed to be chasing someone. So I never used the smiley face ability once. I just walked after the survivors and they weren't bots. These were real people because I remember following Tracy the entire match, just walking. I didn't even really try to hit her. I was so shocked that I was playing as hunter that I just I don't know. I barely remember anything anymore. So, oh well. So my first conscious hunter was Fool's Gold. You can already guess why. Yes. I saw his teaser back in the fall of 2023. I came across it on TikTok and, well, you know, I'm a very simple person. So my feed was soon filled with his edits, which I was not unhappy about, but I didn't download the game. I didn't. I could have. But I only got into the game in the summer of 2024, so almost a year later, and I was like, yeah, this is the game with that character that I really liked visually. But I didn't buy him until late October. So I think my friend helped me start playing Hunter for the first time. Well, I mean, another reason was that I was simply tired of the Survivor faction. I was starting to get frustrated with everything. I was simply tired of my losses, other people's lack of skill, and mine too. The fact that other players weren't behaving the way I wanted in matches, and that I was stupid too. So, first of all, I was really tired of survivors. But it was my friend, whom I'll call Rapunzel from now on, who somehow redirected me from taking a break from the game to actually trying out the Hunter faction. I don't remember much of that time, but I don't think she said anything particularly crazy. She simply shared that she also played Hunter and it's not that scary. She would also show me some of her clips. And you know, she wasn't a big tier, she was just once a middle tier hunter, but it was helpful to hear from someone who you trusted. It is fine on the other side. so I thought I should give it a try. I finally decided to buy full gold, and for about 2 weeks I just played in custom. First with bots, then against my friends. And in early November I played as a hunter for the first time. Yes, I remember the time because I sent my achievements with video evidence to my friends. So maybe I will show you my first ever matches as hunter to you someday too, you know. As for my personal attitude towards full gold, I think it's my hunter. I haven't played many hunters, but compared to the ones I've played, playing as him just feels different. Easy. It's like wearing a glove made just for your hand. Yes, I can still play him poorly, but I don't have the feeling of breaking through some kind of barrier just to control him and use his abilities. Fun fact, considering how much I liked him in the teaser, when I actually met him in the game, I was just terrified. When I heard the sound of rocks in my match, I would literally get really scared. And I was scared of full gold for so long, but like I basically shook during every match when I just started playing ITV against every hunter, and even now I still get chills and anxiety every time for both survivors and hunters. I don't even know, like that's a whole other topic, but basically full gold was especially terrifying to me when I started. It was for stupid reasons too. Like I can't even say it properly now because it's actually so hilarious and like shameful. Like my friend came up with a really brilliant phrase, and she would say whenever we would face a hunter that we like, damn, my knees are shaking when a 2-meter tall man runs after me. Like you can laugh or cringe, I don't mind, okay? Well then, you probably thought you wouldn't hear a peep from me until the match with the next character, just like I did in my other video, the one featuring the survivors. But here I am. That's because B didn't say a single word during those matches in this video. Or rather, I did babble a little bit at the very start of this match, since I was in a good mood, but after the loss you saw at the beginning of the video, I practically stopped talking altogether. Yes, this match actually took place before the previous one, so like, oops, was that a mini spoiler? I don't know, but why did I decide to present my matches in this particular order? Because I feel like it, okay? You can actually hear me yap even in the background, but anyway, I spawned right in the center and I didn't really know which way to go. I just had a gut feeling that I should head towards the shack. So running into cheerleader there was pure luck. It was also genuinely surprising to land a cheap hit on her. Anyway, another side quest, but I hate cheerleader. No offense intended, maybe just a little bit. I started hating her even more after recording the matches for this video. She's just too fast for me, and generally speaking, I hate how survivors can simply get back on their feet thanks to her ability. Plus, it seems to me personally that it's incredibly easy to stack up 25 charges considering survivors start with 5 right off the bat. And when cheerleaders bring die into the mix, it's an absolute nightmare. Maybe my opinion is screwed because of Final Blowout and some absolutely crazy buffs this mode gives to certain characters. So don't hate me, please. So back to the match, you can see it all for yourself anyway, but the first rescue happened pretty quickly. I just also noticed that I've inflicted damage to Gravekeeper by giving Cheerleader chip damage that she absorbed, but yeah, put her down near the chair or near the cipher. Yeah, and I see Enchantress coming for the rescue, and I saw a gun! I see a gun! I ducked behind the tree, and I have an evil plan in my mind. Yeah. Yeah, I laugh evilly, and then I go after the cipher. I expect psychologist to rescue, but yeah, she doesn't. Go back, put Enchantress on the chair near the cipher. It's very primed. Yeah, I hear someone. Okay, a chip, another. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Okay, so she's getting her revenge on me. But yeah, I don't know how I didn't get her down, but yeah, psychologist is lagging and she's opening the chest for some reason. So yeah, I don't have much to say, to be honest. I'm about to do something wrong right now. Something that if I were higher rank and playing ranked would cost me the match. I hear someone approaching. I'm afraid they're coming to rescue the Enchantress, but it's only after I've already moved away that I realize Cave actually came for the psychologist. I should have placed a rock on the Enchantress and positioned myself right in the middle so that no matter what happened I could quickly reach either chair. Yeah, she used her 3 stacks to give herself the chance to escape. That was smart. I still catch up to her. Then she comes a pallet. I spot this and simply wait for my pickaxe cooldown to finish, and yeah. In the background I'm whining again about how I'm lagging a little bit, and it's not exactly visible, but I just can feel it, especially after playing as a survivor, where the movement and camera controls feel much smoother, but playing as hunter feels a bit grainy. Don't ask me how I came up with this comparison, but that's just the best way I can think to describe it. So she just teleported to the pallet? Or like the range that survivors can put down the pallet is just so big? I don't know, like she was so far away from the pallet and then she still put it down. Like I still chipped her, but like I just baffled. I don't know. And then it's boring stuff, like nothing really interesting happens. I don't like slugging people in quick matches or other game modes, even in rank. Oh yeah, I'm lagging for real now. Yeah, so I'll go off the Gravekeeper, but yeah, I know he knows where dungeon is, so like I don't expect anything. Yeah, he just escapes, so okay. Quite a lot of time passed before I decided to learn another hunter. I do remember the very first time I played Geisha. It was back when I was playing as Smiley Face in the summer of 2024. I had just finished the tutorial and was given the option to choose a hunter for free. So I picked Geisha. Then I queued up for a quick match, and to my absolute horror, the matchmaking system threw me into a hunter match, which I was scared of with every fiber of my being. I decided to give Geisha a shot anyway, mainly because she's a character who looks far more pretty than Smiley Face, and certainly more so than Helenber, but the match went exactly the same way. I barely used any of my abilities. I literally just walked after the survivors. I didn't manage to cheer a single person the entire match, nor did I even reach first presence. I landed only one hit on Lucky Guy before the cowboy swooped in to support him, to save him from me, a hunter who hadn't used a single ability the entire game. Like, yeah, okay, bro. And then, to top it all off, they stood waiting at the exit gate, acting as if they actually accomplished something impressive against me, someone who lacked any strategic skill or knowledge of the character's abilities. I picked her again sometime in mid-November 2024, but only used her in custom, mainly to understand how to catch her, not how to play her. However, the first time I actually played a proper match with her wasn't until late March 2025, since this one time in summer I used her again in the Final Blowout mode, back when it made its first return to the game following the Hullabaloo event. Around that time I even bought the Geisha Wand skin. Yeah, I wasn't playing her yet. I actually even hated playing against her, but I bought the costume anyway simply because I liked the design so much. So yeah, I originally started playing her for one specific reason, to figure out how to kite her. To this day I still struggle with kiting whenever I face her. It's a bit easier now, but I still can't figure out how she, or rather certain geishas, manage to simply glide right through tall windowless walls. Sometimes her dash feels just like Bane's hook, like they clip right through textures for absolutely or no apparent reason. Mind you, the geisha doesn't always pull it off, at least my geisha doesn't always manage to glide through the objects. I feel she really must to be able to pass through. Like, other players seem to pull it off just fine, but I can't. So I suspect that sometimes my dash gets interrupted because I end up mashing the skill button repeatedly. Could that be the case? I tend to spam the buttons whenever I get nervous, which in my case means I'm doing it all the time. Now, as for how she went from being a hunter I picked solely for practice in custom matches to becoming my second most played hunter, that happened entirely because of Final Blowout. If you played this mode or even just noticed it, you know it has a ban system, and as it turned out, it seems I got targeted and my full gold was banned. Apparently I had been playing against the same group of players and winning, so they decided to stop me from playing my favorite hunter, which is exactly what happened. I started to panic. I was wondering who on earth I should pick instead. So, all things considered, the geisha was my only option, and I absolutely crushed everyone. I've loved playing as her ever since that very moment, and from that day on she's been my number 2 hunter. In duo matches, she and Fool's Gold are essentially the only 2 hunters I ever use. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with her, so again, even though I play her regularly, I still haven't fully mastered the art of kiting against her. So that's actually the main reason I decided to start my YouTube channel, to learn and to hear other people's advice and opinions. Okay, let's try. There should be someone in the middle. And from this moment on, I go back to saying practically nothing, so busy editor is jumping back in to talk to you guys. Anyway, I spotted the gardener and the batter in the distance and decided screw it and went off to look for a better target, like the painter for instance. Honestly, in my opinion, the characters on this team actually counter the geisha pretty well. The batter and the gardener definitely do, and the coordinator is a whole other story. I've noticed that when I play as geisha, I tend to be quite aggressive, maybe even a little too hasty. I don't give the survivors a moment to rest, but in doing so, I often don't give myself enough time to make the most correct and optimal decisions either. You have no idea how long I practiced blinking in custom matches. Before I used to just blink backwards or sideways, so that blink there was actually pretty good for me. So anyway, I spot the batter and decide to take my time. It's quite early, so I don't worry. Yeah, well, was expecting him to stun me with a pallet, but yeah, we were both surprised. Oops. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, Painter used his self-heal. I don't really upset. I decide to choose the batter. Yeah, so she's the coordinator. She's here quite early, and I want to force her to rescue early, but I'm also very afraid of her gun. I want to land a hit on her. I don't want to give her the rescue for free. So yeah, she just gives it to me, and all three of them here. Yeah, I decided to hit the coordinator because I don't want to deal with her gun. And yeah, I decided to cheer her because I just simply can fly to batter, but the gardener has an unexpected gun that I didn't react to in time. And yeah, here I am going after batter since he's here and wants to support. So yeah. Yeah, so nobody can harass me now, so I just cheer him. I trying to figure out what the heck the game wants to offer me, and also not let the gardener rescue the batter. Yeah, I'm trying to do the balloon hit, but later I just get scared that she might struggle. And here I see the shield, and there's no point to hit her now. I just want to farm the batter, which I do. So now I put him down, and now I have only three survivors to deal with. So I decided to go after Marta. I don't want Emma, I want Marta, but I didn't notice she was hiding, so yeah, that's a good stun. And I realized that she still has a gun, and so I decided to switch to excitement, but I trusted her. I didn't trust the geisha hitbox, and I was so surprised too, so yeah. Yeah, and here's a butterfly that didn't work out for some reason. I don't want to gardener decode, I want her to rescue, but I'm also afraid that Painter might come and vector rescue. So yeah, I just stand here waiting for something. I really want gardener to go and rescue. I try to scare her. Oh yeah, I see the painter, but you see, I could have predicted that he would put the painting, but I don't think I had, you know. Yeah, gardener blocked my way, but the geisha moment. Yeah, so I was glad that it was after half, and Here I am saying sorry for not talking.
I'm so sorry.
Yep. I'm trying to look around, but don't hear anybody. I know they run somewhere here. I see the bird, so they should be somewhere near. I see another bird, and then I see them trying to heal. Yeah, but I prevent that. I just had to go after Painter since he doesn't have anything on him. Yeah, nice flywheel. Oh, yeah, you see Gardener primed her shield expecting Painter to get hit, but yeah, it's a nice strategy, but didn't work out a little bit. And here I get stunned. I didn't get stunned when the butter tried to pallet stun me, but here I am. But yeah, I smack him on his back, and yeah, put him down to get some rest, and I look for Gardener. I'm really afraid again of the Bacter rescue, so I look behind. I hear somebody, yeah, I don't hear here, but I still go back for some reason. Yeah, hear somebody here. I didn't saw a bird though, so yeah, now I see her, and you know, here I accidentally do, you know, the thing like I force the flywheel, but it really is an accident. I didn't mean it, so yeah. Well then, I'll be waiting for you in the second part of this video. You can expect, shall we say, more intense gameplay, long matches, sweaty games, just bad skill. Plus, I'll be doing a whole lot of talking again. So, see you next time.